Intro music, soft lighting over dramatic narration. Narrator: Napoleon Bonaparte, conqueror, strategist, and hat enthusiast. Most people know Napoleon for his grand battles and daring ambitions, but today we're going to dive into a different side of his legacy, his iconic hats and the symbolism they carried. Cut to an animated Napoleon on the battlefield, a distinct, small hat perched on his head. Narrator: Napoleon's hats weren't just a matter of style, each one carried a message. A small, unassuming shape became his recognizable symbol, a badge of power he carried into every conquest. But why were these hats so essential to his image? Scene change. A visual journey through different stages of Napoleon's life, showcasing various hats from his military campaigns to his reign as emperor. Narrator: Napoleon's choice of headwear was no accident. His bicorn, a two-cornered hat often worn sideways to make him stand out, became an emblem across Europe. While most military leaders wore their hats front to back, Napoleon's sideways style was both distinctive and symbolic, a clear sign of his unconventional tactics. Cut to Napoleon wearing his hat with a dramatic wind blowing around him. Narrator: But these hats were more than fashion. They represented authority, dominance, and his fierce ambition. As Napoleon rose to power, his hats grew more opulent. He began to see himself as a modern-day emperor, almost a mythical figure, and he wanted his hats to reflect that. Scene shift. A close-up of Napoleon adjusting his hat before battle. Narrator: Psychologists today might say that Napoleon's hats became a kind of psychological armor. In every hat, there was a message: I am untouchable. I am unbeatable. And on the battlefield, Napoleon's hat was as feared as his army. Just the sight of it on the horizon signaled that the mighty general was near, striking terror into the hearts of his enemies. Switch to a scene of a terrified enemy soldier spotting Napoleon's silhouette. Narrator: But as his campaigns wore on, his hats began to change too. They became heavier, more elaborate, perhaps symbolizing the weight of his ambitions and the empire he tried to maintain. Cut to the infamous campaign in Russia, where Napoleon's hat is dusted with snow. Narrator: As Napoleon's ambitions grew, his fate shifted. In the brutal cold of the Russian winter, his iconic hat couldn't shield him from the losses he suffered. Many saw this as a sign that his power was waning, that his symbol of invincibility could not protect him from his own overreach. Dramatic music as we see Napoleon's army retreat, with the once proud hat looking more worn and weathered. Scene change. Close-up of Napoleon's final exile, his hat placed on a simple chair. Narrator: Exiled to the island of St. Helena, Napoleon no longer needed the grand hats of his former life. Stripped of his empire, his final hat was a symbol not of power, but of defeat, a reminder of how even the mightiest can fall. Closing montage. Flashing images of Napoleon's different hats through his life, ending on an empty battlefield. Narrator: Napoleon's hats may seem trivial, but they were symbols of a leader who reshaped Europe, a conqueror with an empire in his grasp. They remind us of the power symbols can carry, and how quickly power can slip away. Outro screen with a call to action. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Napoleon's life, one hat at a time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe for more historical insights, and let us know in the comments which of Napoleon's hats you'd choose. End music, fade to black.